Smackdown ups and downs, that's what you've tuned into with me, Simon Miller, here at What Culture, where we go through WWE's Tuesday night show and we give the good bits an up and we give the bad bits a down. However, some sad news to start this week's broadcast. Not a broadcast, but never mind, thrusted there for some reason. The beard is going, hasn't worked out well. It's been an utter failure, it's grey, which makes me feel old and a bit like a hobo to say goodbye to the beard. Damn it, I shouldn't have done it. Ups and downs. Before we get into the show proper, a massive up for whoever made this sign. Apparently, I'm your dad and son. It's an absolute pleasure to be your father. You're doing well. School, you're smashing it. Work, you're smashing it. Relationships, you're smashing it. Whatever you're doing, you are smashing it. I'm proud to be able to say that my groin gave birth to you. Bit much, also not scientifically correct, but thank you anyway for bringing a sign to SmackDown. You made my day. You really did. I saw it and I was like, well, look at that. I'm a dad now. What a lucky man I am. Nakamura started this week's SmackDown. That makes me happy because whoever does indeed start a WWE show means there's somebody that WWE deems to be a big deal. And that's where Shinsuke Nakamura should be. This made me smile inside. I was like, yes, Naka, we've made it. Up. A huge down though for these new bizarre graphics that WWE now just throws on the screen when a wrestler does something. They went on throughout the night. I'm not going to mention them again other than say that every single damn one was a down. But here, when Nakamura did his rope thing during his entrance, he bends down and does all that with his back, Rockstar just came up. It literally said Rockstar and it went across the screen. What is that? It's like somebody's GCSE project. Kill those now, WWE. What are you thinking? What is wrong with you? Madness. However, Nakamura is great here, putting over his Royal Rumble win and the fact he's now going to go on to WrestleMania to face AJ Styles. Of course, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn didn't like that, so they interrupted him to say, we don't care what you're doing, Nakamura. We got screwed at the Royal Rumble. We want our title shot, and we want it now. Nakamura insulted them before Styles turned up and said, listen, boys, doesn't matter what you want, you're not going to get it. At WrestleMania 34, it is going to be a dream match between Nakamura and me, AJ Styles, a phenomenal one. Given that we have to do something here on this night, though, the champ then said, hey, Nakamura, team up with me, and we can take on Cammy. And Cammy was all like, no, we're not doing that. They got beaten up and they left. That was the opening to SmackDown. Decent, as you kind of expect, but decent. And it's another up because after this, Rusev defeated Kofi Kingston, Zack Ryder and Jinder Mahal in a #1 contender US title match, meaning that Rusev Day, is now the #1 contender for the US title. Massive up. The match was fine, it did what it needed to do before Rusev did indeed make Kofi Kingston tap out to the accolade, but this is exciting. Rusev's getting over and now he's back in a title picture and I hope he gets his damn US title back. It's been rubbish since he lost it, so let's put it back on the man who is the best thing in all of WWE. There was also a skit before the match where Bryan was talking to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and said, 1, you are going to be in that tag match later, but 2, next week on SmackDown, it's going to be Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn and the winner will go on to Fastlane to face AJ Styles for his championship. Up. We had a Fashion Files segment next, and while I like Fandam Breeze, whatever they're called, what was this? Down. Firstly, they've just lost all direction and consistency with these because sometimes they are on SmackDown and sometimes they're not, and sometimes they'll be on WWE.com, well, they're always there. They kind of bounce around about where else they'll be, and here, Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin just turned up, looked at Tyler Breeze and Fandango, basically said, we don't like you, and then they flipped a table. This was not good. Cool little bit with the Usos, and they're finally back on SmackDown Bludgeon Brothers after this, because after the Usos had cut a promo, they were leaving, and Harper and Rowan came out for their match, and the Usos are looking at them like, oh man, they're scary big dudes, and Harper and Rowan didn't even give them the time of day, because they're the Bludgeon Brothers, they don't give a shit. And then the two big men beat some jobbers. Cool, alright, fine, we're now building to the title program you'd imagine between the Usos and indeed the Bludgeon Brothers. Alright, excellent. Up. Another general down now though, because at this point it became painfully obvious that WWE is embracing these selfie promos way too much. It's a cool one-off thing. Not every damn wrestler has to do a selfie promo. Calm down, WWE. Everything in moderation, everything down. This one did have some good content though, because Bryan announced the SmackDown Top 10 list where other wrestlers can vote on what other wrestlers can do, and that will then determine future matchups. And that can actually work out in a nice little narrative story angle. They could do something with this, and it makes SmackDown feel different to Raw. So this was actually an unexpected surprise, but a surprise that I like. And everybody loves lists. We then transitioned to Ty Dillinger moaning to Shane McMahon about what happened to him at the Royal Rumble. And then Baron Corbin turned up and he was moaning as well. So it was one big moan-a-thon and McMahon just went, all right, well you two can have a match later. Down. Got our Ronda Rousey advertising in next as Charlotte did indeed come to the ring and she put over Rousey and she put over the Women's Royal Rumble until the Riot Squad turned up and then just whooped her ass. At this moment, WWE all of a sudden remembered, oh yeah, Carmella is Miss Money in the Bank, so they sent her out to cash it in. Unfortunately, Carmella's a bit of a dork because she went to dropkick Charlotte, missed, hit the referee, and then she just scarpered away with her briefcase, so at least she retained it and she didn't ruin it, and this was good. I like this, nice little story, ticked all the boxes, getting enough. More teasing between AJ Styles and Nakamura after this though, because they were backstage and they were trying to discuss strategy for their match later on, but all Shinsuke would say is, I'm going to beat you at WrestleMania. AJ Styles was a bit perturbed. Eventually Nakamura was like, ha ha, just listen to me out there kid, you'll be fine, and I like this, we're planting the seeds. Up. Then Corbin beat Dylan during the match. Down. A quick up for the fact that Rusev cut a promo on Bobby Roode and called him Bob Roode. Brilliant. I mean, it was another one of those stupid selfie ones. However, Bob Roode. Up. Then Gable and Benjamin beat Breezango. Down. The final schmoz of the evening, however, was quite fun, so I am going to give it an up. It started backstage and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn started to fall out because they started to point out each other's failures, and then this clearly didn't work out later in their tag team match because they did indeed lose to Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, but like I say, all of it was enough. Because of all these rows, Zayn kept bailing on the match, and eventually, after AJ Styles had pushed Owens into Zayn, Zayn was like, screw this, I'm going to the back. So he did, and that left Owens prime for a Kinshasa to the face. He took it, smack, he lost, AJ Styles and Nakamura win. More importantly, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose again. It was a fun match, however, and before Smackdown did go off air, Renee Young asked Sami Zayn, what are you doing, pal? What are you doing? And Zayn was like, look, Owens, while he is still my friend, he's had all the opportunities and now I deserve an opportunity. I deserve an opportunity at that WWE Championship so I can become champion. And he vowed to beat Owens and he vowed to beat Styles. We know what's going to happen here. It's going to be Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. However, that's a pretty decent match. And to see it on the grandest stage of them all, I think if you follow both of those guys' careers, that's actually quite cool. A decent episode of Smackdown, I would say. Like we kind of started to build towards WrestleMania. WWE actually finally did something with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and I imagine that is going to tie into other things soon. And yeah, you know, kind of ticked along quite nicely. I like the Smackdown top 10 list. Let's just hope that eventually we actually remember to do something with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan. That's only down here, really. Well, apart from all the other downs that I mentioned. But sometimes it comes, and sometimes it goes. Bit weird. Now don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about last night's Smackdown. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, head over to whatculture.com, read some articles like ups and downs on Smackdown, all that kind of stuff, and follow What Culture on Twitter and What Culture WWE. My name is Simon from What Culture. 2 salutes for you. Go out there and whoop ass in a positive way. Positive ass whippings usually result in positive gains. Not a saying, but let's just take it, move forward.
Manchester, February 18th and 19th. Defiant Wrestling returns to the Bowlers Exhibition Center. See Defiant Wrestling Champion, The Truth, Austin Aries. General Manager Stu Bennett, formerly known as Wade Barrett. Plus, the Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray. Leader of the Curb Crawlers, Martin Kirby. The Renegade, Mark Haskins. Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson. The Iron Man, Joe Coffey. David Starr, Jern Simmons, Primate, and Rampage. Suitable for all ages. Tickets from just £15 at wearedefiant.com.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe below, and if you're looking for more content like this, then try a few things that are floating about around my ears. Might be fun. I can't promise it though, but it might be.